Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before you are categorized in your present center for tonight's broadcast of the Bald and Monster Show, we want to inform you that sadly, due to the powers that be that constantly spy on you 24/7, 7 days a week, your time, we are unable to provide the usual plethora of music and visual stimuli to ease your short attention span. My name is Zelda from the planet and we hope you enjoy this broadcast. Wait a minute.
Hey, what's this doing?
Billy Ray?
What?
What do you have there?
Thing?
What's that damn thing down, Billy Ray? Hey, Billy.
Hey, John, what's this?
I thought we were doing something dumbass with next up there. This thing's still on. Enjoy the show!
Hello. Oh, you did it again. You came with a system when I come in.
Did what again, Chris?
I come in here tonight and Dakota was acting so weird. He was really mystical and quiet as if somebody had ran away with something. Change that back because it means me moving my mic to put my horns on. Isn't that terrible, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that terrible?
What am I striking a little too close to home there, Christopher? You seem to be awfully offended. Like I hit a little too close to the truth.
Well, it's terrible, you know. There's Sherry. How are you, Sherry? I've seen you for a while.
Okay. I know.
You're talking about me. No, Sherry's looking out of it.
I am drained.
I've not been about. Have you? I feel energised. I don't know after last night. I did my meditation, zonked to it, woke up this morning feeling fresh as the morning dew.
Well, that's good.
You know?
Well, I don't know what it is. I'm just really drained today.
Yeah, no, I've been feeling that this last week.
I won't probably work.
How is everybody? Hello, everyone in the chat.
There?
Got Drew, Christina.
Hey, Christine and Drew. Aye. Ghost Squad Scotland.
Drew, Christine, G-Spot Scotland. I'm still putting that on a t-shirt.
See, honestly, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. I want one of the cannons, like, what do you call it? What the circus used to, do you still get a circus? The circus, and they get the big cannon out and they fire the monkey or something through the hoop. I want that for you.
I think I'm a
little too big out of the Grand Canyon. Well, we'll make it for you'll make you fat. We'll lube you up with some lard or something, you know. You know, pack you in there. The more tighter, fat.
Why is
compression
all of a sudden bringing out lube? I will never know.
Look, can't help it, ladies and gentlemen. You can't shut these two, aren't they? What?
He's got secrets, really, guys. You just don't know it.
I have secrets. I've got many secrets. But if I tell they two, it would have spilled the beans, wouldn't it?
So what's the secret
between
you liking lube thing, Chris? What's that all about?
No. Dakota's got a lot more secrets than I have.
I'm sure you both got secrets.
So what have you all been up to all week? Because I've not really been speaking to you. I've not spoke to you at all, I don't think, in the chat.
I don't know, like
fucking hint. What? No?
Communicating, being busy, just doing everyday life, I guess.
Working behind the scenes.
Dakota's been
bit of a surprise for my family yesterday, but a pleasant one.
Yes.
Yes. My uncle had his baby.
Tiny feet.
Not so tiny.
Yeah, we heard because I was actually live when it actually got announced because I was stopped in my show by Chad and Linda and they said we just wanted to mention about your family. And excuse me a minute.
Oh, the President of the United States. He's lost in the White House.
No, probably Rudy. Probably Rudy. That poor guy.
So, what strange news, Dakota, have you learned this week?
Well, okay.
In the media?
All right. I happened to see this today, and I find it kind of funny with everything that's kind of going on in the world. The NASA's officially starting to put together a panel.
Hello.
To put together for officially making contact with ETs.
This is Dakota's. Look. You froze.
No?
Hey, Jenna, darling, you okay?
No, you.
Yeah, I was having my computer was acting up and it wasn't charged, so I'm a smidge late.
Oh, well, if you're joining this crew, you're bound to have some technical issues.
Yeah. And I'm a bit wet.
Oh, good God.
What can I say?
Careful saying that around him, my God.
Oh, God. Well, you know.
It's flat. I just don't say anything anymore. I'm just going to stay quiet. I'm just going to stay quiet.
Yeah, no, like literally, I was actually announcing that Chad and that had mentioned about Dakota's uncle having the baby and that, so we did do a big shout out to the whole family and to Dakota yesterday on my panel. But then Rudy decided to call, as he always does when I go live.
It's like, what? If he wants to come in, he can come in. Don't be shy.
He never wants to come up onto panel. I think he's scared of like being live, like people seeing him.
Don't worry, Dakota.
Yeah, he's willing to go date you.
It's only behind the scenes he's bad taste, you know.
It's very, very rare to see him go up on any panel unless it's his own, and that's very rare as well, to be honest.
There, better. Now I look like a human. Sorry about that, guys.
They're playing with their hair again, Dakota. It's terrible. I think they do that to us deliberately, didn't they? Us bald people. That's that.
I'm fine not having to deal with hair.
I have a lot of hair.
I've still got that left.
You know, I'll deal with it though.
I was brushing mine.
I'm going to send away for a Donald Trump wig.
Yeah. You're going to start wearing a Donald Trump wig.
What?
For sure. I think it's awesome. He'll make bald and bonkers great.
I mean, that would be bonkers.
We'll make bald and bonkers great. Oh, well. Look.
Yeah, do you guys have the
I love the face
over?
that he's frozen on, where he's just like tongue partially sticking out like a hound dog. My God.
Terrible.
You're frozen.
I would laugh if that actually shows you like that. That would be so funny.
Your face is changed that way.
That's the aliens' fault. That's that. I'm blaming the aliens. It's the aliens for everything. There you go.
Well, quit asking for the anal probe.
Well, you seem to be the one that uses it all the time. See the stories have been told by the way about him. He's well known. He's well known in the spaceship.
I'll be right back.
That way.
I know it's
Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea when they say Dakota's name up there. Yeah. What?
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
What?
All right.
You know. So other strange news happening in the world as well. It's strange and unusual things happening.
I don't know. Why? You crawling into a cave?
I wish I did in the cave. Actually, I could fill it through loads of food and stuff and put a big door and then just shut it and leave it until winter's over.
Oh, Lord. So, Jonna, how are you?
Hey, I've had a terrible headache for some reason. Right when I didn't know you messaged me, but about the time you messaged me, I started getting this crazy headache, and I don't know why, and I can't get it to go away. But I'm thinking about eating some Jay's headache powders, but maybe it's the aliens like messing with me.
It could be, because I've had a headache all day as well, sweet.
Yeah, real bad. I had to get in the tub. That's why I'm all wet now, because I was in the bathtub, and then I was like,
what you say when you're on panels, these guys will joke with you, believe me. Don't say anything about getting wet or anything like that. Say, oh, yeah. Well, they're probably not pick on you, pick on me all the time.
It's okay.
You
look very nice, Sherry. You look really nice.
I do pick on you.
I know. Sherry's got one of a writer vibes on right now. My God.
I've got really mad eyes.
This is where I'm going to say something serious.
Like weird.
I'm going to say this, right? Yesterday and the day before, I had a terrible migraine. And it was one of the worst that I've had for a while, and I lost the hearing in my ear, right? And there's a lot of people round about me, my mum, and there's a couple of other people that I know in the village that have had the exact same thing happen. Scottish Outlooker there, he lives just about 3 miles away, and he's having the same thing. I wonder if there's something
in the atmosphere. I think there's something that's affecting, because a lot of people are doing it.
I have an idea about that, because I don't really know how people watch this, but I was doing some things the other night, and it was making me a little more perceptive to like the spiritual realm. And there was this high-pitched noise just kind of happening. I could just hear it. It was like, and I was like, what is that noise? And I realized, I was like, is it the TV? I cut off the TV, and it changed. I cut off the radio, like I got a system in here, cut that off, still could hear it, and it was just like in the air. And I think that like the 5G towers and stuff they put off, they're emitting that radio frequency, and I think it really is affecting a lot of us, especially if you have like amalgam fillings and stuff in your teeth.
Oh yeah.
And it could be, like you say, a frequency.
I've had a lot of mine removed for the simple reason. Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to have mine removed.
I had the exact same. I had the same conversation with a dentist, actually. I said, see, amalgam fillings, do you think they cause you any harm? Well, you can, there's very small amounts mercury, that's right. Yeah.
You're getting mercury smoke. Anytime they irritate the fillings in your mouth, you got amalgam fillings, it makes mercury smoke. It was actually from the government trying to harm everyone, putting the amalgam fillings in your mouth, and now they don't use amalgam anymore, and if you have them, they pull them out. I'll be their next victim.
Ouch.
And the United Kingdom, they still use mercury fillings.
It makes you wonder, if we strap all these people with these mercury-based fillings onto a roller coaster, will their heads start to levitate?
Possibly.
It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if that actually, if the mercury in the fillings is actually doing you any harm. I mean,
well, mercury causes madness.
I know it's when the mercury is disturbed. Yes, I know that. But see,
the Children of the Corn movie, right? Malachi.
I had a look at my. But I had a lot of my teeth done recently, and I had all the mercury, some of it removed. I've only got 2 mercury fillings left.
Fancy.
But he did tell me. But he did tell me. See, mercury fillings, they're stronger than the plastic resin stuff you get now.
What is mercury?
White fillings are more likely to break.
I've never heard of it.
It's the silver fillings that they use. It's not silver, it's amalgam.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bite down on a piece of tinfoil. It'll have a reaction. So
is the gold tooth that they have as well, is that made from mercury as well?
No, those would be just gold deposits.
No, it's gold.
Oh, right.
That's why it's worth it.
It's a mixture of gold and silver.
Ouch!
That's why a lot of people in the Middle Ages used to dig up graves, take a pair of pliers with them. You know,
now that we're on this live, like I'm really seeing a similarity in me and Dakota's facial structure. It's very weird.
Well, you were saying that your brother looks just like me, and
my brother looks like me, and I was just noticing it now that we're on a. What do they want? Okay. Sorry, it's an alien device, esoteric. Mm-hmm. It was an alarm I didn't know I said.
They're coming to get you.
I don't know how to use these electronics. They're just here.
Mine does it all the time. I dare me say the word. You know, mine's like he was listening to me. I've got that one of the Alexa devices, except it's not Alexa. I've changed the word. And it's the what is it? I'm not going to say it, Dakota, because then if Dakota says it, it'll get off, and I'm not going to say it because then it'll start asking me questions.
Because then it'll actually understand what I'm saying.
It's an Alexa device. What do you mean I can understand me?
And you see this little...
the internet is racist towards us Scottish people.
Right next to me here, this young lady. She's my new co-host for the Lost Magics.
Hello.
She is, yes.
See?
Hello, Facebook user, whoever the hell you are.
Hello, I bet.
Is that Ruby?
Facebook user, put your name so it's been, yeah.
He did say, where did you go? Because I turned the camera off, so I am presuming he is watching.
Stalker. Y'all have a stalker?
Stalker? Uh-oh.
Yes,
my stalker is my fellow, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're trying to say.
The mix of accents in here. My
Ooh,
lord.
Linda and Chad's here as well. Oh, it's Chad, look.
Hello.
Holy crap, Chad, smile!
Same language, you know.
Yo!
Oh my god. Wait, the new idea, go and get a special.
Somebody grab the crucifix. All right.
It's okay, Chad. Don't explode with laughter.
Hey, keep it up, Chris. I can change your name. I can change your name too. I have the ability to change your name.
They can understand the single word that I say anyway.
Well, yeah, it took me about 3 months before I started understanding you.
I'm starting to learn.
Like you know, say, what was in the new? Eh?
It'll be
Close. Oh.
Yeah, what are you talking about? What are you saying now? What am I saying now?
What I was saying.
I'm
Yeah,
starting
you in the chat could understand every single word.
Oh, for God's sakes, whenever the automatic captions try to figure out whatever Drew's saying, they may as well shoot themselves out of frustration.
I know.
Don't caption me. I'm from the South. It'll be OV, baby.
From the South.
They say that the South is
from Idaho.
crazy.
I live in Georgia.
So, yeah, I think she's actually not too far from one of my grandmothers, if I remember correctly.
You don't know where your grandma lives. Okay. Interesting.
I'm kind of estranged from that side of the family.
My mom's moving south sometime next month.
Good luck.
She's moving to North Carolina.
I just don't know.
30 minutes from
I'm going to start.
Camp Base Lejeune.
Say in the north. I'm in the south.
So what
You
were
stay
you
near London, though, do you? You stay near London.
Is it me or is the panel going in and out? Like everyone keeps freezing and whatever.
I know, this is...
Everybody's
It feels like something's trying to happen, you know?
It's just you.
Oh yeah, I can feel it. And my eyes keep doing random crap. So yeah.
There's a lot of people.
I'm just trying not to talk.
Oh no, if you
I
want
talk
the
a
guy,
lot.
you can do it and look at it.
Well, this guy usually never shuts up, so...
I'm just listening. He's a rush strange tonight. I don't know if it is. There's a weird energy in it.
Well, here we're under like a tornado. This is like a tornado watch. This is not a background. This is a window. There's a tornado.
I think that's it by the plane.
All of these woods, they belong to me. So.
How many acres? How many acres do you have?
I have 2.5 acres.
I have 5. We have 5.44.
Awesome. Yeah. I bought this house and it's paid for, but I still had to pay taxes.
Loving your taxes, eh?
I'm about sick of paying
I don't know, but I couldn't use it not coming to it.
What?
I'm going to try and speak with kind of English accent here, so as you can understand me. But
it'll probably help if you
it's
keep
weird
speaking.
they're all breaking up for me.
Here, look how he's
what?
cursed,
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Oh, hello!
I'm not doing that. I can't do that. I used to be able to do Mrs. Doubtfire perfectly, and I cannot do it anymore.
Hey, whatever you do in your time, Chris.
Right.
If that's what
There's
you're
nothing
into.
wrong with doing Mrs. Doubtfire. She's a good-looking woman. Good-looking woman. There's a many
Well, I think
Scottish
it would
man
count
out
as
there that find
necrophilia
it good
nowadays,
wife
but
can clean and do the cleaning.
I think the song
That's
is
very
"Dude Looks Like a
true.
Lady."
That's very true. I mean,
Yes, by Aerosmith.
Oh, God.
song
I
takes
tell
a
you
whole
what.
new meaning in
Let's
2022.
talk about something interesting. Right,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this show kind of like spooky and stuff like that. What's your opinions on the AI that draws? Artificial intelligence that draws pictures.
So, that is pretty
Are
weird.
they having a rave at your house again?
I was like, my God, what was that?
I ate all the shrooms 3 nights ago.
So I'm going, woo, woo. So what the
I'm in the
I think the AI is pretty strange. My son wanted it to
I don't
draw
know. It's just madness.
a dinosaur squirrel fire. It's pretty creepy. What is that? That's an AI drawing?
Yeah,
Well, there
it's
you
supposed
go.
to be a last selfie
There's-
on Earth type of thing.
Yes.
I mean, what program are they using to create
like
these?
I'm very curious because the ones I got don't produce that kind of grim look,
Right. Mine just produced some acid trip looking stuff.
right?
That looks like they look like zombies.
Well,
It
yeah,
reminds me of that. What is that?
It looks like
The
something else from
Gothic,
nuclear war.
American Gothic, but like with a cell phone.
a little bit. No, good admit, those AI programs are getting very impressive lately.
What about the AI? It's angry.
But it makes
That's
you
what
wonder.
I
It makes you wonder because it makes you get into the realm about how computers can maybe take over the spiritual side of stuff. I mean, you remember Mike the Naked Bigfoot, and he talked about this, and a lot of people have talked about this. Barry Fitzgerald talks about this, about how spirits could basically interfere with electronics.
We've seen
So
stuff used
that just
like
looks
StreamYard
apocalyptic.
as artificial ley lines, Chris. So it's not out of the question.
I think
I
a
don't know what's going on
spirit
tonight,
could
but
totally
that's
get. I mean, they use
terrible
spirit
thing in my
boxes.
Oh yeah.
They use a spirit box, and they can get in there, and on the Necrophonic app, they can get, and they make these words and stuff. I mean, of course, they could get inside of a unit. You can ask it something, and it can just develop. It could show you a grim image and create this fear also in you, which it would feed off of.
Oh yeah.
Now, if all of a
can
sudden
do
they
that.
start popping into electronics and we start getting Transformers, then we're screwed.
The Decepticons could take over.
You think they use a lot of electrical stuff to be able to travel through things as well, don't they? So it's very easy for them to get into.
I mean, they feed off of all this electronic stuff, and it makes it where they're able to access, their abilities or whatever easier the more electronics that are going on. I mean, that's what the whole reason when you do like a paranormal investigation, you want to cut off the whole power grid to pretty much wherever you're investigating because you don't want to get that EMF from the electronics, and they can only use your source, and that's why the lights light up on your device.
That's also why it drains them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Jonna actually knows what the hell she's talking about, Chris.
I'm just here. I'm just here for the accent. Just imagine I'm not here, and I'm just going to go and get some.
Okay. Some more vape fluid, I imagine.
Yeah, he's a little too proud to admit he likes sucking.
Well, we all have to start somewhere.
Poor Chad is just like, what in the hell have I got myself into?
Chad's like, yep. I'll just sit in and take it. Yep.
What is this?
What in the Bert and Ernie?
I'm doing my Duolingo.
Oh.
I'm learning Gaelic.
Duolingo.
So that way maybe I can talk to Chris.
Does Chris even know Gaelic? Isn't that like a dead language?
No, there's a lot of schools over there that keep
They still speak Gaelic.
Alive. Yeah.
My ex-mother-in-law spoke Gaelic.
No, they try to keep it alive over there.
Okay, yeah. No necrophilia, right?
Remember, Scotland's a lot older than
Yeah,
America. I mean, how
too.
old is America? It's what, 200, 300 years old?
I'm an American. I don't know how old it is.
I mean, yeah, people still speak.
Yeah.
See? Exactly.
You don't know how old what is.
The U.S.
America's not actually that old. The house, the church across from me is from the 10th century.
United States of America. The Marine Corps started in 1776, so we are 247 years old.
Cool.
I'm a 16th Creek, so I associate with the other timeline of America, so before it was America.
Yeah. Jarhead.
Yeah, I knew he was going to probably know. All military. But us other regular civilian Americans, we don't know what's going on.
Okay, you're living up to a bad stereotype about Americans that we don't know shit unless something bad happens.
Yes, the Scotland and the UK, and y'all are much older. Y'all have much more older buildings and things there. Yeah. But I have a pyramid in my town, so.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
He's
pretty awesome.
Is that a vape or is that a cigarette? It just like appeared like you were just emitting smoke.
I think everybody.
No, Chad. I saw Chad vaping.
The only person.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys. This house where I live, a murder happened here in my neighborhood in the 70s. This woman had her ex-husband and his brand new wife viciously shotgunned to death, and they were found right out here in the cul-de-sac. And the judge described her as pure evil, and they actually just did an episode Snapped about it last fall. So, yeah. Yay me for being, somehow I'm always attracted to these areas where it's haunted as crap. And I own this house, so I'm stuck.
Same.
Yeah, you definitely could be one of my family members.
Because I'll tell you something I don't know what's going on, because if I put my camera on, I can't see any of you moving. You're just all froze for me.
I've noticed this since I've been on. Like the panel keeps like freezing, and then like certain places are freeze, and then they come back, and it's like.
Aye. That's
not just me.
That's why I've turned my camera off, because if I turn my camera off, I can see everybody moving. But if I turn it back on, you all just freeze for me.
Well, let's just eliminate the problem.
Oops.
What the?
What are you doing?
What?
Playing me again.
Oh, yeah, oh, now Chad's on top of you.
I know.
Wait.
I'm agreeing with Drew in the chat. That's very robotic. I can't understand a single word you're saying.
What did he just say?
So you know, ladies and gentlemen,
he moved me to the bottom and put Chad on top, because now he's on top of you. And I was like, that sounds wrong.
Well, now it's the three guys on top of the two girls.
Now I'm in the middle.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
There's no way to do this clean. Wait.
Musical boxes were moving around the screen.
Oh, I know. We're going to start a new intro for the show, and it's going to be like the Brady Bunch intro. All of them had dark hair like their mother. The youngest one was bald.
He is the youngest one, remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Dakota's
Dakota's
the baby here. What age are you?
Dakota is the youngest.
Dakota is. Yeah. He is.
Yes.
He is the baby.
I'm the oldest.
The panel.
Yeah, he's the grandpa.
I think I'm the second youngest.
Yeah, you're younger than I am.
So, yeah.
Age is just a number. I mean, just really all made up by humans. Everything to do with time is really irrelevant. And if you really don't think about things in human terms, you really won't even age.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have any makeup on right now, just so everyone knows. I plan on looking a lot better for our show, Sherry.
It's fine. You look fine the way you are. You don't need makeup. I ain't got makeup on, so don't worry
I didn't
about
think
it.
you did. I was like so strange. Neither one of us had our makeup on for the show, but you look good.
I really couldn't be bothered today. I thought, nah, I can't be bothered. But
You both look like vampires anyway, so.
we look like vampires. Good.
She's got something to prove it.
Thanks.
These are not the put-in fangs.
No, they're real. I've got them as well.
Rubbed to it when I was young.
So, I better not bring that up. That's going to be part of me and Sherry's show, so I'll talk about that with her later.
What's that? What?
I was doing some research for our show for Friday, and I found out that apparently Vlad the Impaler is Queen Elizabeth II is actually a relative of Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
Prince Philip was.
And I don't know. I just was thinking
It's going to
about
be a very interesting show.
Yeah, I found out a lot. I've really been doing a lot of research today. I found out like a lot. I didn't even really go that deep, and then I just found out like a bunch of stuff that I didn't even know. And I know it's on Dracula's Castle, so I was like, well, should I even be researching Vlad?
Yeah, anything like when you do those sort of shows, like obviously we're talking about the place, but anything that surrounds it, any history that surrounds it that may have caused it to be what it is, and things like that. And I just really love things to do with vampires, so I just thought, yeah, that'd be ideal.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we're both vampires then.
Well, Dakota has actually said that I am a vampire once on the panel.
What are you like? Was you like an energy vampire? You were sucking his energy? Everybody just got muted.
No, I don't suck energy. No.
I love the careful pause right there. It's like,
what are you doing while you're off screen? I just could only wonder.
Like everybody's like slipping and swapping. I'm getting like motion.
I'm doing that because it takes away the monetization if you smoke on air. Did you smoke in that? It can bugger up your monetization if you smoke on air.
If I smoke. Oh, you don't want me to vape?
I've looked it up. If you smoke. No. You can vape as much as you want, but that's why I've got my screen off because I'm vaping.
You won't get demonetized if you're vaping. If they see that you're hitting a bong, yes, they will. If they.
What's going on there?
You got to remember, with Chad and Linda, their house is sitting on the plantation area.
Where's your spirit box at right now?
That was the cat.
Oh.
Cats.
They do
have
spirits in that house.
I have about 7 black cats. I claim 2 of them. The rest of them just gather in my yard. I don't know what they're doing.
I'm fairly certain I'm going to be expecting a litter here soon.
Oh.
Nah. The rabies again.
Now, one of the strays, she's looking awful chunky lately, so. The hell?
What's going on there?
It's the cat.
What's the holy epilepsy?
For your discretion, please keep your children. For your discretion, Please
Yeah,
keep
that
yourselves
one's
in chat
users.
playing with a light bulb.
Did anybody see the orange lights? That's from the Facebook user. Who is the
If you can
Facebook
be me-
user? What's your name?
I think that might be Rudy.
I don't have a clue what is.
Aside from
Is that you, baby? Hello? You need to hit the StreamYard and accept it so that everyone can see your name.
come on now, don't be shy.
Okay. Drew, that would be virtually. I mean, what's she going to do? Throw it across the ocean?
Do you know they did say that you can come up if that is you? You are welcome to come up. You don't have to
You stick
hide.
it and put on UPS quick delivery or something. Probably
That
Apple.
would just be
Yeah,
very
that
cool
sounds
to
like
see
Rudy because I know that he looked.
Also, I have this other thing that I don't know if anyone's.
Me.
Well, you're not that important.
Well, I heard, and I don't know what Sherry may have an opinion on this, or if any of you guys do, but you know, like
I see more orange lights tonight. I kid you not. Sherry B. Brett.
I can't see anybody in the chat. I never see anybody chatting.
Are you on the stream? Are you on the StreamYards? If you click on the comments at the top, you'll be able to see everybody that's writing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just a user error.
Oh,
Orange light.
I think it's Chris's brother.
Oh.
True.
Aye, as it's my brother.
Again, how many Drews do you have in your life, Chris?
Christina,
Just two.
Which YouTube are you on? Like we said last night, it goes out to a bunch of different YouTubes. So if you're on one and everybody else is on the other.
Well, we're
You're
only
not
on the
gonna see
main Bald and Bonkers YouTube right now, so.
And she should be able to see everybody's
Yeah,
comments.
there ain't no other YouTubes on there.
Well, not if they're chatting through Facebook, no.
But
Honestly,
Christina
extremely
Days,
strange. There's been a few people coming through about that, saying they're seeing weird orange lights.
Like in the sky over their house.
Yeah.
Christine's in the Bald and Bonkers network. She's in that. She's in the same one as I'm in right now because I can see her.
Irene
Because she's a mod in here.
Hello.
I wish StreamYard
There's
had
no
like a
mod
little
in the
chat
other
app on
archives.
to where they can see the chat right on live stream.
Yeah. That would be easier. At least
No,
you
she
can
can't
see what
see any
everybody's writing.
chat from. Nobody in YouTube can see MD's chat for Facebook.
Over the city
You've got
of
to be on
London.
Facebook to see the chat on Facebook.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
That's how it works.
I heard about that as well.
Good.
There was a
Like,
side note where I
yeah,
heard not too long ago.
People on YouTube will not put comments because you have to be able to see the Facebook comments. The only reason we can see the Facebook comments is because we are the host of the show and we can see everywhere they're streaming to.
I'm in Facebook.
I'm in Facebook jail again. Some damn bleeping.
Or
Oh,
Facebook.
well. Oh dear.
Chat.
You know, kind of wish Elon Musk would buy out Meta just to see the drama that's going on Twitter pop up on there.
It's me. Okay, he's back now.
We know it's you, Drew.
I had a yard full of wolves, you guys.
Just
It
keep
was
breaking
pretty
up. It's
scary.
weird.
That would be so awesome to see.
I
love that.
literally was on my back porch, and I was smoking a little ganja. And anyways, I was thinking, man, I'm vibrating. This is really good. And next thing I know, I hear this noise, like just this rush through the trees. I'm like, what the heck is that? And it was literally like 10 or 12 wolves. I made a TikTok video about it. And you can see, I do this thing called nulling. It's like this it's like a sound, you know, like on the Frozen where you like sing into the woods and all the cattle come and everything.
Yeah.
And I can do that. And I said, I'm going to do it right quick. And then my husband was like, no, don't do it. Just let it play out. And I was like, no, I'm about to do it. And he protested. I just did it real loud. And in the video, it echoes into the woods for like 5 seconds after I was done. And then you see all these yellow eyes like look back through the tree. I said, get in the house right now. It was really creepy because right before it happened, I said, I see a whole bunch of dark wolves with red eyes or something. It was like I was seeing these shadows right before it happened, and it was really strange, to say the least.
I'd love to see that.
Then my dog came out from behind the trees like he was just chilling with them or something, so I don't know what was going on.
No,
yeah, my aunt had a dog that did that.
What happened? I can only hear one person at a time.
We're trying to get rid of your brother, Chris. I don't know. Oh, wait, what?
Okay, what did you say?
What's wrong with him?
What?
I'm still here, Drew. I'm still here. I'm just texting, you know.
Quit sending pecker pics.
What?
I was going to say one
you don't have any clothes on.
I couldn't find a very small magnifying glass, so I'll have to wait, you know.
What do you have at the moment, Chris?
What do you mean, Christine?
There's something, right? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't.
Huh. Yeah, Mr. Fiber Optic up there. Chad looking like Pennywise. Very weird. And I keep wanting to watch the woods behind John just to see if anything starts moving.
It's really cool that she's behind, like, in front of her window, so you'll be able to see anything that goes by.
Yeah, there's a lot of I think we were talking about this before, and I need to do it because I have some cameras, and I was going to set up some cameras on the back porch and, like, try to record, and I was thinking about trying to get a trail camera. Yeah, I think I was going to try to get, like, a trail cam or something. Let me change the light right quick so y'all can see the woods even better. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I remember saying to you to do it. That'd be good because you'll probably catch something.
Yeah.
See if that makes it easier to see. Okay, so is that better? There's no glare now as much, just a slight. But
now we just got to wait to see if we see anything with any wings come flying down towards her or any legs going past the window.
Yeah, and like I said, I did get it on. I do have a recording of the wolf eyes, or a friend of mine said they could be a coyote mix, like a coy dog or something. So I don't know.
I'm sure they do mate with other sort of dog-like things, don't
they? They said that in America that wolves are almost really extinct or endangered because they've been mating with coyotes so much. But I just thought it was really weird because I've been out there a lot and I've heard that same sound. And I was like, okay, I just heard something in the woods. There's just so much stuff going on. It's not like, 2.5 acres isn't really that big. It's just a wooded acreage. And so there's deer. I have like deer in the yard, and it's just really creepy because I've seen like a bride dress thing 2 times. And like I said, the woman had her husband murdered, and there's this weird Mothman creature. And every time it flies through, this morning when I woke up, it looked like I lived in the Stranger Things neighborhood. Was it in Indiana or something? It was all foggy and like there was fog like falling over the trees, like I lived in Seattle or something. It's really.
I remember you saying that about the Mothman thing. You see something flying that was huge, and I was like, really? Then you said to me about the Mothman. I was like,
Someone told me it could be a Mothman. I don't know. There was bats inside my house. There was like 20 bats inside the house that we had to get out of here. There's this huge fox. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on all the time, and I see lights flying over. What was really creepy about the wolf thing is I kept saying, hush, hush, what's that noise? I kept hearing, it sounded like somebody was crying or something. And I heard it sounded like someone was screaming, and every once in a while you'll hear, I swear, it sounds like an angry mob of men, like in the woods. The whole neighborhood's like real woodsy, and I kind of live on the outskirts of town. It's not really the country. You're still close to like Walmart or whatever, the store, but it's just kind of far. It's sort of in the country, but not really. I'm just kind of like the last neighborhood of the city, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Any sense. Someone's at my door. Hold on.
There more than likely is some like Native American link.
Oh, yeah. Definitely down that way.
She's in Texas, isn't she, Dakota? Or near Texas,
She's in Georgia.
She's in Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
Have a snort? Oh, yes.
Hi, guys. What are you thinking? This is Bigfoot just touching
Oh.
No.
You're muted, sweet.
You're muted, or you're not.
I locked him out. Too bad it couldn't be a boogeyman for live or something. So
I don't know. What you're talking sounds like more of Skinwalker territory.
We were just talking about all that stuff, and that's what really freaked us out about the whole thing of those eyes, because I really didn't see whatever animal it was. I just saw like a bunch of yellow eyes. There was like a bunch of them.
Mm.
Yeah, they are said to have that, those skinwalkers are. Like, they like to have yellow eyes or red eyes.
And I saw that thing at the camp, and I know I didn't want to say like the name, but it's the local Girl Scout camp here that I was at for about a week for when that. I mean, the thing that came up in front of me, I didn't even know what that was. I think I was 11 years old, and all I was doing was reading a letter. I'd been there for about 3 days, I think, and I was reading a letter with a flashlight, and this thing was in front of me. It was so – I don't think I've ever seen anything so corporeal like in my whole life. For anyone who doesn't know, corporeal means you can touch it. Okay. If it's incorporeal, your hand goes through it, like a specter or spirit or something. But it was in a black trench coat. It was floating about probably 3 or 4 feet off the ground. It had hands that were like a human, like the bone structure. It was just bone.
Trench coat? I never like it when you say about a trench coat.
Yeah, I was so nervous when I did that first.
There's multiple entities that have that.
Right. It was just like a black trench coat, and it was nothing at the bottom. It was just like a trench coat, like if it was just hanging there. There was no feet or legs or anything. And the inside of the trench coat, because it was open, but it was just black, like real black inside. And it had the hands of a human. That it was the bones of a human, and then the face was like a dog skull. And it didn't have any eyes. It was just real black inside the eye sockets. And
that's
Mitt, my kitten. Anyways, and then it had like real black hair, and it was just like there. And I was looking at it, and I even put my flashlight on it because I was like, "There's no way this is real," And just this little my grandpa smoked probably 1 million Marlboro cigarettes, and we had all these little, it was a Marlboro flashlight that I had, and I turned it on to look, and I was like, oh my God, it's really there. And I was just so paralyzed because it was like that close to me. And the whole bunk was awake listening to the story from the camp counselor about how she'd been born in a hurricane. And of course, I've always been the outcast, and I wasn't doing what they were doing. And I just go, and I like scream real loud. And what do you know, when everybody looked over at me, there was nothing going on, and the thing was gone. And I've seen it since then, pretty much like in reflections. And sometimes I would sense it behind me when I was a teenager. Probably when I was like 14, it would kind of like we lived in a split level house. I don't know if you guys, like, it's like the upstairs, and then my room was in the basement. And so when I would get down the stairs, I would see something in the mirror. My mom was like obsessed with all these curio cabinets that have mirrors in them. And I would see something and I would feel it, and I would just hurry up and get in my room like as fast as possible. And what I had done was I was always dabbling around in witchcraft, and I had put these candles in front of my mirror in the shape of a pentagram. Not for any reason. I just wanted to make a pentagram because my mom hated it. And so the pentagram's there, and I lit the candles, and according to an old friend of mine, I had opened a doorway and let this thing come back through that had been following me forever and ever. My mom told me I better burn my witchcraft books or whatever, and it wouldn't burn. And the last time I saw that particular entity was when I think I was 16, and it was outside my bedroom window, which was like eye level because I was in the basement. And it had like eyeballs sitting inside the sockets with like just the muscle tissue and stuff showing. It was very scary. And a friend of mine said, don't let it scare you anymore, because every time it scares you, it's taking a part of your astral spirit, and it gains power through that. And it was like growing sinew. It was really gross. And I'm sorry if that's too much for anyone to handle. But anyways, that's my story about that. So any opinions or thoughts?
You can send it back. You can, but it really depends on what it is as well.
Right. And so a lot of people said, a lot of people say that I've had like 3 or 4 people tell me I'm a gateway or I'm a gatekeeper, and I just had accidentally done this through, just accidentally did it because I've just always been able to do things accidentally, I guess.
So you're a portal, in other words.
I mean, that's what they've said. That's what some people say, a portal. Some people say I can control what comes through. But I've for many years, I've tried to ignore the abilities that I have I guess you could call me like a psychic medium, which I've never done that in the past. But I have like prophetic dreams, and I'll have things that predict the future happen. I've seen a lot of things, and like for my whole life, I've really, really tried to ignore, I guess, what you would call the abilities that I have just naturally. And every time I've ever gone into like allowing myself to, do things that are considered witchy or anything, like if I've ever messed with a Ouija board, if I've ever, just anything, I can basically watch a paranormal show and then stuff just starts to act up, and it gets to the point where it's been so intense before, and I really didn't know what was going on, to where like I was sleeping in my car at my work because I was just so scared. Like I didn't want to be in the house I was in, like taking a shower by myself or anything, because I was like, things will come in the bathroom or cut the lights on and off, and I know no one's home. And it just gets to the point where it's so scary that I will eventually get really mad, and I'll be like, okay, if I see that thing again, I'm going to turn around and choke it out. And I would get myself so angry that I could finally like get over the fear of it. But now as I've learned more, as I've gone, I've learned more that things are really more like vibrational, and a lot of things aren't really here to harm you, but you do have to be careful.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's very true.
So, Chris, you returned to Earth yet?
What? I can't make any use of it. I can't make any use of it whatsoever. They're all breaking up for me. My phone on 5G.
I'm hearing all right. All I just keep saying is the camera's going in and out.
I just test the speed. 500 meg. I've just tested my internet speed. I'm getting 250 meg per second download and 150 upload. There's nothing wrong in my end. I've just watched a 4K movie. I turned it on my iPad and it's running clear.
Okay, how many devices do you have turned on and connected right now?
2.
Man, that lag is bad.
It's very bad.
Maybe they reduced your internet speed from watching a 4K movie.
Good.
How many tabs do you have up on the screen?
No, I've got unlimited fiber.
You may have unlimited, but don't mean your device can handle it.
The laptop's only a couple more.
Or fine. Something's trying to send you a message and you're too stubborn.
It's not that. It's even if I turn everything's, I can turn everything off. My phone's not even playing it. It's strange.
Right, chess isn't that far off.
Yeah, that's what I was reading too.
Definitely. They use frequencies and vibration and things. So obviously things like this, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's a reason why certain churches don't allow like photographs or video or audio being taken of exorcisms. They believe whatever they're trying to work on will take a hijack.
The only person.
Yeah.
I will say this: the only person that's not breaking up for me is Sherry.
Y'all are in like the same side of the world.
I've got quite a lot of energy around me at the minute. Quite a lot of energy. All of you are going in and out.
So,
every single one of you.
And as it becomes darker, my window becomes a black mirror.
Just add, couple hands reaching out.
Yeah, we'll just add, oh my God, I swear I just seen something creepy behind me in the window. I'm not going to look at it. Did y'all see that? I swear something black just
that's what I was looking at.
I saw
something. I see something moving, but I wasn't sure.
There's nothing in here. I was looking around for the cat to see if the cat was still in. The thing about black cats is they're really so black you can't see them in the daytime. They just look like shadows moving around.
Yep. Very true. I had a black cat that I like to use that to its advantage to bite people on the butt for some odd reason.
Why is it that I come in knowing these panels?
Chad, what were you saying? We haven't heard from you in a while.
I said, why is it that every time I come on these panels, it ends up going like in a totally different direction? But at the same time, it's like, why did we need to know that Dakota's cat bit people in the butt?
I mean, he created it, so we're just here.
He didn't create the cat.
He created the show to be here, and so now that's what happens. He tells us about his cat biting.
I don't know, just try to keep things fun,
Yeah.
Time of year where everything gets depressing and everybody keeps dying off and all that. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Hi, Nikki. How are you doing?
Hi, Nikki.
In the bleak November, nearing December. Don't make me get totally creepy. It won't be. Let's not do it.
What's got
This is the mirror where I saw the creepy thing, the bride or whatever it was. It came right to the window right here. And I was over there in the kitchen, and this thing came to the window, and I don't know what, I was trying to have cookies and milk, and it didn't want me to have them, apparently. I just really wanted it. I left the milk and the cookies on the table and ran away.
Welcome to the life of having a baby.
Yep.
Yeah, there is a superstition about black cats, so I don't believe it, though. I don't think black cats are bad luck.
Nope, just twisted in the mind.
Mm-hmm. Definitely twisted in, yeah.
So I'm curious. While certain people are saying they're having a perfectly good connection with us, I do find it weird that, there's seems to be some sort of clash between the U.S. and UK as far as internet signal right now.
Yeah, it's nuts because at the minute, the only person that I'm really hearing coming through clear most of the time is just Jana and Dakota every now and again. To be honest, I haven't heard much from Chad, but when he has talked, it's been all choppy. Same as Chris. Chris is in, out. Dakota is every now and again. Ah, little cutie.
What's up, little man?
He's just really attached to his mother.
According to folklore, it depends on the direction of the cat's travels. Yeah, there is that.
Very true.
All of my black cats have come to me by complete accident. They just show up. I don't know what they're doing. So they show up and they just never leave. Even when I don't feed them, they still stay here. I don't know what the problem is.
Your energy, probably.
Yeah, I love all the cats. I like dogs, but I don't let dogs inside the house because they always smell bad. I don't care how much you wash them. Kitten.
I grab mine, but I think they get pissed at me.
Strange people have cats.
I mean, I'm pretty strange. I have 3 kids, so.
Okay, since we're speaking about pets, a question. That's from Chess. Okay, fire away.
If you have a question, go ahead. Who's more sensitive to the other side, cats or dogs? Ooh.
Cats.
Both.
Cats.
I think both. I've got dogs.
Dogs are sensitive.
Maybe a bit more so.
Cats almost have a whole nother, they almost are stepping into the other realm, though, it's almost like cats sort of are a protector of this realm. The dog can sense it and see it, but dogs are like a little more human to me than cats are. Cats are more alien, of course.
Yeah. They say that cats are more open, but I personally would say both. I would. But that's because I've got a really sensitive dog, so.
But it's also your dog, and he may have more.
Yeah, but every dog that I've come into communication because of my thing, I've all been able to do the same thing as him, and they're not even my pet.
Yeah, you probably have a really deep connection with the dogs. Where are you going?
Same as cats. I've had cats as well. Cats have been exactly the same as well. I think it all really depends on the person's energy as well, to be honest.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, but I would agree with you, Jana, when it comes to cats, that you don't really need to tap into them. They are very, very open and that. But
I've always kept a cat for the simple reason.
As well.
I always feel safer when I have my cat. I feel like the cat is protecting me. It's almost like a barrier between me and the entities. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but there's a train coming through, and it's shaking my whole house. There's a big train track.
Black train.
I just chose the swampiest, most haunted, creepiest area that I could possibly. I thought I was just moving into a nice neighborhood in the cul-de-sac. No, it was all lies told by the universe to bring me here.
I think cats have more telltales if they are spotted. Yeah, they do. They do intend to arch up on that. My boy looks and watches the spirits here walk round and follows them. So.
Okay, I just looked this up on Google just to see what it would say, and it says, while cats are considered to have stronger spiritual connection, all animals are special in that regard. Our furry friends, too, have a unique side to them, one that makes them even more lovable and helpful. Dogs have a heightened intuition. This means they can sense beings from other dimensions, even if they don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
So they do see them, and they do say that cats would be considered to have a stronger spiritual connection but that all the animals are special, and dogs can definitely see what's going on because
I
they're
know
going to
that
feel like they
they
want to
can.
protect you.
My boy's like 8 years old, and he's been able to see ever since I've had him. Like, he'll watch them walk past. He follows them. That's right. And like I said, I've been in contact with other dogs that are not even mine, and where I have energy around me all the time, they've been able to see, and they've acted weird and backed off, and they see them and that. So I know dogs are just like cats, definitely.
You know, mentor of mine, he used to say that cats walk both worlds, living and dead, all the time, so they could easily be used as portals if needed.
Right, just like on the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves, where he
That was
holds
actually
the cat.
Constantine was actually based on a lot of real occult stuff.
Right.
But that's a whole other can of worms, trust me.
I think cats are spiritual creatures. Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Hello,
he's
wolf
very
and
interested.
hound, A and E.
It's weird hearing Chris be this quiet.
Yeah, it is. He's really, really quiet. It's just, I don't think he can understand what we're saying.
I think he muted himself. That's probably why. So every
He
time
is
he starts to
muted,
talk,
Well, no, not it's like not even attempting to talk. It's like this is.
Oh no, I can understand every word you're saying. 100%.
We just can't understand what you're saying. Besides it breaks in and out.
His face. Then his little tongue up at the thing. So cute. Oh.
look, he's looking at you.
Hello.
Say hello.
He's being cheeky.
He sure is. Black
All I could see
Scrooge.
was him smiling, and then he's sticking his tongue out at everyone. I was like, oh, that is so cute.
I don't know what he's doing. He's just real silly. Cheeky. He's very interested in every one of y'all. He's looking at you hard. He's judging you.
Yeah, he's trying to work us out.
Black Scrooge, come here.
Jesus
A
Christ,
little late for Halloween there, Chad.
that don't give the boy nightmares.
Look at that weird guy. He really looking at you hard. Watch out.
Look at him staring at him. He's like, huh?
Freak him out across one eye and have the other one move around.
All right, you better be nice. Tell him that your favorite thing is Halloween night.
I don't blame you.
He's starting early in the paranormal.
That's good. Teach them young.
He literally, his first word was Halloween. We were in Walmart. We were looking at some stuff. He goes, Halloween, Halloween. And that was the end of it.
Whoa.
Beware of goth chicks, little man. Beware of goth chicks.
His mother is one.
Exactly.
He was supposed to be still taking a nap while I was doing this.
Yeah. You see his mummy doing something interesting and he wants to come and join in. It's cute.
Yeah.
He's been doing something really strange. I don't know if he saw a video or what, but I haven't been able to lay him down lately. Like I said about this house, he's been every night he just starts screaming for me. And I know kids have like night terrors or whatever, but he sleeps in my bedroom, and then my husband will be in there, and he's just like, "Mommy!" And I come upstairs, and he's pointing at my closet. I got like this double door closet, which opens by itself. Like we saw Chad's door, but it's not the cat. It just opens up. And there's actually some doors in my hallway that'll open up. And if you're up there when it happens, you're like kind of trapped in the hallway. And he'll scream and scream, and he just points at the wall, and he wouldn't tell me anything. And now he's then started telling me that there's a mummy inside of the closet.
And Mummy?
I honestly think there's a spirit up there bothering him because he has no reason to, be afraid of the closet or anything, but he'll say a mummy and he'll point at the closet. And a couple of times when I went up there when he was doing that, the door was actually open. And even though he's 2 years old, he still sleeps in his crib and he wasn't out of his crib. So more spooky things. And kids, are very,
they're very open to the spiritual
yeah, they're open
world.
that way.
They've got pure minds. They're very open because they've got pure minds. They're not clogged by anything, are they? So. Oh dear.
I just want you to all know that if no one talks, I can.
You, Dakota.
What?
You said something I didn't hear.
You said something. It was like.
Now he's froze. Now he's back.
Whoa.
Chris is gone.
Sorry about
What y'all do with Chris?
I'm getting a little worried about him.
He seems a bit weird today. He's really, really quiet, and he just seems to be like.
Just sent me a weird message saying Border Collie are good dogs.
Huh?
Yeah, he sent that to me on Facebook.
Border Collies are good dogs. Yeah, I know they're talking about the Border Collies in the room, but that's a bit random sending it to you. But unless he meant to put it in the room. Seems odd. He does seem odd. He don't seem himself today. He seems a bit strange. And he ain't come back, which is weird as well.
Now, Jana, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Yes, stop. I can hear you now.
I was trying to mute it so y'all didn't hear scream.
Oh, that's an interesting one from Scottish Outlooker. My daughter used to point up at the kitchen ceiling and scream, "The man, the man."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what he was doing, something, pointing at the corner of the room for about 3 days, and then it progressed to there's a mummy in the closet, basically. Just pointing at a spot.
I think we've all probably had experiences like that with our kids and that.
Yeah, he's done a lot of real creepy stuff. When he was a real little baby, he would wave at something in the hallway like, oh, that's not even gonna. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. My hallway's real dark. I just saw a yellow light flash in there. I'm not prepared for them to bother me right now.
He shouldn't be going to the cemetery zone. I will sage him tomorrow. Yeah, do that, but I don't think it is just that.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to have a little extra something
feels
more.
off. Yeah, something feels off.
Yeah, something's off with Chris.
Hold on, the cat needs to get out.
Well, it is starting to
And
get a
he was
little
sitting there doing a weird smirking at us a minute ago as well. Like, did you notice that? He was sitting there and he's back now.
Oh, I think Chris was replying. Chris was replying to Chess King because he was asking what type of dog would you take on an investigation, what breed and why. This guy's like definitely
I think he
a
was
teacher.
writing it to you, Dakota, to repeat it because nobody can hear him or something.
Hey, Chris,
Okay.
how's it going?
I'm fine.
Oh, much better now. Leave him down in that corner.
Yeah, leave me here.
Put you in the corner.
You sure you were right, Chris? You seem
I'm
weird.
fine. Be fine.
You have the same face as Dahmer. What the hell's going on?
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm very
I'll be
fine
fine.
right now.
Be fine.
Chris, how long have we known you now?
It's just this weird lag. User all freezing up for me. I don't know what's...
Yeah, same here. Like, at the minute, Jana's okay. Dakota keeps going in and out. Chad did, and you. But you're all right now at the minute.
I'll admit, I'm having to bump off of mobile tethering in order to stay somewhat stable for the connection.
And I did freeze up at the beginning. I noticed that because my head was up like that for like 2 minutes, and then it come back down. And I was like, I froze as well.
Don't worry about stuff. Don't worry about it. It'll be
Chris,
fine.
you seem a little bit spaced out.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what they're saying in the room. Like Ches said
I'll
that.
be fine. I'm fine. How's Dakota tonight? Some of these are still freezing up for me.
I think I'll be okay as long as we don't start playing tones.
No, none of the ones that are said in the thing are playing right now. So.
Quite an interesting night. I'm fine. Don't worry about it, Jess. Be fine.
I have a question. So, am I muted still?
No, not now.
Okay.
There's definitely the music playing in the background.
Okay, so real quick before I mute this again, if you were to take an animal on an investigation, like a paranormal investigation, I mean, couldn't that be considered to be like animal cruelty or something?
Really depends on the situation.
I mean, the animal can't really say, it doesn't really have like a say yes or no, like if you're going to take it, like if you took it to an area, especially something that you already know is like a negative haunt or something like that, and you know the animal could be affected, and it has no say in if you took it there or not, so I don't know, I mean, I think there may be...
common sense wouldn't take an animal to a negative place, you know what I mean, so...
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if it was like a paranormal show and someone did that, I think there may be like some negative connotations that may go along with that.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And obviously, like you're saying, the dog or the animal can't really tell you if it's okay or not. Like like when I went to Sherwood Forest and stuff, I used to take my boy with me. I took my boy with me. But I think for a lot of people, they just take them because it's like it's exercise for the animal. I don't think they really particularly are doing it to see if the dog can pick up on a spirit or not. But I personally, if you go into a negative place, no, you wouldn't take an animal. But 9 times out of 10, I don't take my dog anywhere. I keep him at home. But I was in a strange place, never been there before, and I felt more comfortable having my dog. My dog is my safety barrier. I feel safe with my boys. So it really does, like Dakota says, it depends. You know what I mean? No, for me, if I was there and he was with me and I felt it was negative, I'd leave because of his safety, you know what I mean? Because it's him. And he's not got a way to say, I don't feel safe or whatever, I'd go. But sorry, guys, I've got to...
yeah, go ahead. I'm thinking it is going to be about time we end this, to be honest. So, Chris, want to speak up?
No, I just don't know. I feel really weird, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I don't really feel like I'm here, to be honest with you. I feel
Last
weird for
time
something,
I
you know.
saw someone start smirking like that, I was tempted to put a gun up to their head.
What was that?
You heard me?
But, yeah, it's been an interesting night. What are we doing tomorrow?
We'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah. Let's see if the UK gets bombed.
Yeah, what happened to
I
us
mean, if we
before?
weren't flagged, we definitely would be with all that.
Oh yeah.
They're already giving me trouble with the monetization, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, to be completely honest.
It's because you're talking about these subjects and they don't like it.
Too much attention.
I think
Chad,
it's time.
you're-
I think it's
you're
time we
looking
close
weird
down
Yeah, I think
tonight.
we
because
may
we
need to cut.
go.
We may need to cut this off right now.
I would if I was you.
Well, maybe tomorrow we'll have some sort of formation to this. So,
Mm.
I hadn't had time to remake the credits, so we don't have a depressing memorial still there. So, bye, y'all.
I know.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before you are tantalized in your pressure center for tonight's broadcast of the Baldwin Monster Show, we must inform you that sadly, due to the powers that be that constantly spy on you 24/7, 7 days a week, your time, we are unable to provide the usual plethora of music and visual stimuli to ease your short attention span. My name is Hellhog from the planet and we hope you enjoy this broadcast. Wait a minute.
Hey, what's this doing?
Billy Ray?
What?
What do you have there?
Thing?
What's that damn thing sound, Billy Ray? Hey, Billy.
Hey, John, what's this?
I thought we were going to do something dumbass with that up here. Crap, this thing's still on. Enjoy the show!
Viewer discretion advised, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's broadcast.
I can't believe he
Okay,
actually
now we're
figured it out,
covered.
man. I think he's froze. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a treat for you. We have managed to obtain a special guest for tonight. His name is none other than Drew Moll. Live from London, England, UK. And he's
That
froze.
sounds so fucking posh, but he's just like,
I know. Look at me. Did you think, I think he's froze. I think his internet's went off.
hey.
He looks like he's taking a stroke. He's like that guy. What do you call him? It was in the wheelchair. The really intelligent guy. He's like,
You're saying your brother looks like Stephen Hawking?
aye. Why no? He's frozen. He can't say nothing. You know? Why no?
Okay.
He's frozen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to my brother. That's the guy that's usually in the chat that talks a lot of, well, whatever he talks. But he's here tonight, but he's frozen in the space-time continuum. He's like,
You know,
he's
it's
kinda
too
up
bad
one
we
side.
can't. You know, it's too bad we can't do like some sort of filter to make it look like frozen carbonite. You know, Han Solo his ass.
Okay, I was just thinking, maybe the aliens, he's got some video to show us that he captured last night, guys, right? Maybe what it is, they've beamed them up and they're frozen time in his very room right now. He's like, let's see if I can do it. That's kind of like, that's kind of like it. See, this is great. I can take the piss out of him and he can't do nothing, you know?
Oh lordy.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, the joys sometimes that the gods bring upon us is things happen like this, you know? Don't worry, he's coming for Christmas, he can get me back, you know? But who do we all have in the chat? We have PWI, Spiritual Investigators. What do you think of that? They're like professional there. You know?
Wait, you trying to go into ASMR videos now?
Oh, yes. And we have Stephen Blankenship. We have Princess. What's that? Is that Princess?
Yeah.
Sparkle. But I just got to call you Princess because it makes life easier. Princess.
I think she would enjoy that.
Oh, your name is Princess. my kind of posh voice, you know. Who else we got there? We've got Drew's Paranormal Vlog, Scotland. I had to say that, you know. What? I'm feeling very energized for last night. I mean, last night.
Oh, wait, after last night, you were fucking concerning, man.
I wouldn't worry about it between the aliens, the extraterrestrials, the aliens, the
Well, like I said last night, either I was going to put a gun to your head or kick down your door because you looked like you were about to do something stupid. And unfortunately, this time of year is not a time to mess around with that type of thing.
Joy to behead the newborn king. No, I do feel like kind of relaxed tonight. Last night, I don't know, the other night just kept bringing up for everybody. And it was just diabolical. I did feel like, I don't know. It's maybe aliens. I blame the aliens. It's the aliens' fault.
Careful with Jonna saying she's just a brat and you're talking about choking. This could get very awkward for her husband.
Well, if she's under that kind of thing, I don't know. Just ignored me. I went mad.
What the fuck?
What is it now?
Oh, sorry. I thought there was like a weird black spot that was popping up blocking my side of the screen.
Weird black spot?
There's a black spot. Don't Pirates of the Caribbean.
Black spot. I'm going to actually go and see what's happened to my brother. Let's see. I'll click on Messenger. He's probably pressing frantically all his buttons. You know.
Oh, and here I was starting to think that Drew was the more intelligent brother.
Yeah. Well, he does drive about in a wee wheelchair. He's like, I can't. I mean, it's you know what's going to happen here. You know what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. I play the Xbox, right? So tomorrow night I'll turn on the Xbox, and my brother will be waiting on me.
Too bad we can patch the like Xbox audio into the show and have them come through there.
Oh my God! Xbox Live audio. You have any idea how bad that would be?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, shall we? Do you have any news about UFOs or anything like that before we jump into the subject?
Yeah, I was kind of starting to try to dip into this area because UFOs, once again, in the highlights, but I didn't realize with Trump's Department of Defense bill that he snuck in that there were supposed to be monthly updates.
Yes.
And, of course, they're doing all sorts of dancing around, but I also noticed that Stephen Colbert's talking that he had a chat with Obama asking about aliens, and knowing full well President Obama was a fucking nerd, so that would be one of the first things he looked into.
I mean, to be honest with you, see NASA. I think NASA's just a cover. It's just a cover. It really is. I mean, you think of the technology that they've got and all the ships that they've got stashed away. It's just a cover. That's all it is. I mean, what's your thoughts on the International Space Station?
Well, useful potential. There's been more footage of weird craft showing up near the space station and all of a sudden getting cut out. And looks a lot like some of Elena Denan's drawings, to be completely honest with you. Then, speaking of NASA, there are also talks of them trying to organize a mission to catch up with Oumuamua.
But they'll never be able to catch up with Oumuamua because it's accelerated due to this solar system.
Yeah, they said it would take about 26 years for it to catch up.
Yeah, by that time we'd probably built a new engine that could go faster than them.
Well, there was...
See, I've always wondered that, right? That's something I've always wondered, right? And I came totally off the subject, right? You see all these movies that are out there, right? All these space movies are out there, right? They're like, right? They're going in an ark, right? To a distant world, right? And it's got to take 100 years to get to that planet, right? But what happens if the humans in that 100 years develop the technology to travel to that world in, let's say, 5 minutes? What's going to happen then?
Certainly makes you wonder.
Nobody's really
but then again,
that up in a movie.
But then again, most of our efforts to do stuff like that get suppressed You know,
That's very true. That's
you know,
the
water-based engines for cars. You know, that ends up getting people shot.
That's weird. I was watching something about that last night. About this guy invented a cell. It's called, and it produced hydrogen. And oh my goodness, he's actually made it back in. He's
Well,
back.
it looks like we got some sort of feat going.
So,
Right.
Drew, what were the aliens saying?
Wait a minute.
Right.
What?
Wait, you want to
What?
see? We want to see my UFOs.
Yeah, we're just going to play it now for everybody. Let's play it.
Come on, show it then. Everybody, let's take a look at this.
I'll do it. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
I seen this last night, right? I was at the back having a smoke with my bird, and I seen these lights in the sky, right? And this went on for 10 minutes. This is only 30 seconds yet, but it went on for 10 minutes, and they look like Chinese lanterns, but they're no different colours, which made me think that I'm the Chinese lanterns. So I'm actually looking for answers. Thank you.
Well, if you really think about it, they're quite big, whatever they are, because you're quite far away, but they're still quite big. So they're actually bigger than helicopters, whatever they are. You know.
There's no noise coming after them. They're no helicopters.
I know that's what I'm saying. They're bigger than helicopters. They're much bigger.
See, for 30
what could be
seconds, I
possible
thought that was it. I thought we were fucking had it. I thought, I genuinely
He
thought
thought the Russians were going to invade. Is that
the Russians are going to invade?
Oh, what's happened to my screen?
What?
It's frozen.
It's just went
The
all
two
black.
boiled-
It's weird.
The 2 boiled eggs.
That's weird. That's it's just all went all weird there. It just
Then
went
quit
totally weird.
talking shit about the Russians.
I'm not talking anything the Russians. I never mentioned the Russians. Have you ever mentioned the Russians, Drew?
You just mentioned that, the Russians are invading. Literally
You
just
never
did.
mentioned the Russians. Drew, end in the chat. Did any of you guys in the chat mention the Russians?
Would you quit gaslighting people, you abusive fucking prick?
How did you know that about them too? How is that so uncanny?
Yes, this is what I have to put up with, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I have to put up
That
with.
is uncanny, Dakota. Uncanny.
You know? But I never mentioned the Russians. Who the hell?
You just fucking did.
I know. Look, Mr. Putin, if you're watching, we know your secrets.
Aye. Well, the reason I think folk are worried is because the that's quite clever actually. See the guy that invented the knock knock joke? He got the Nobel Prize.
Very good, Drew. Very good, Drew. Do you not get that? Dakota, do you not get that joke? You've got to remember he's simple-minded, Drew. He's quite simple-minded. So, Drew, what else? Have you never experienced anything like ever in London? Have you never seen anything?
No, never. Well, aye. I've seen lights shining up into the sky. Kind of like the 2 lights that the Twin Towers and that.
Right.
You see that now and again. You see that. And that's kind of strange, but you know what that is. That's just a fucking light. That I seen last night, I don't think it was Chinese lanterns, by the way, because if I was going to launch a load of Chinese lanterns, I'd make them all different colours.
Well, if they were Chinese lanterns, they're the size of balloons. Huge ones. They're huge. They're too big.
Well, what the fuck are they?
Oh, there's some pretty big ones.
Chinese lanterns are banned in the United Kingdom because they were causing fires.
Fires, aye. Forest fires, aye. That's what I was saying earlier on. Before I froze. Before I got taken. We frozen.
See, that's it. There was a weird kind of weird noise. Aye, you were like that.
I know. I can.
You know. See, this is too much for our chat. There's 2 Scottish people in the live tonight. That's what it is. See, the chat's kind of melting.
And I'm having a miracle of being able to understand you both.
What do you mean? Drew's a Londoner. Drew's got the
You
London
better
accent.
think about what you're trying to do to me. You better think.
So,
let your mind be free.
I tell you what,
Freedom.
What other?
Freedom.
Oh, for God's sake! This is one of the quote. See, you changing my name, right? That's that.
Wee ball bag.
13 minutes. The chat was trying to warn you that I did that.
Wee ball bag. That's quite funny, actually. How do you manage
honestly,
that?
I don't know. I never noticed that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But there you go.
The chat
It's
was
the
literally trying to warn you.
I never seen that. I see. That's what I'm trying to interview our guest, which is hard enough. You know, I mean, getting blood for a stone would probably be easier. But yeah, I mean, it's what other strange things are going on in the world now, Dakota?
This specific you're just phrase again.
For a second there, I thought the aliens had took him away there.
No, I wasn't frozen again. No, I'm like that. We used to. It's like Three Stooges.
Well, who's that? Who's that?
Who's that guy?
They've called this episode the Three Stooges. Who said that? Who said that? Who's that? Is that you, Brian? Is that Brian?
No, that was me putting it into the chat.
Oh, right, for a second,
Parapost. Do you need to be mentally ill to work here, or does it just help?
Yeah, you do.
It helps.
It gets you in bed quicker. What's this? Oh my God! See, that's a
Sherry, Drew, Jonna,
I never
Smith
noticed.
family—they were all trying to warn you.
That's weird. That is so weird. That I'm going to get Dakota back. I mean, I will get Dakota back. I mean, I tell you what, let's keep things serious, right? And keep the UFO subject running. What other news do you have, Dakota?
There's been like RAF pilots have been seeing a lot of them and stuff like that, and they've been told to keep their mouth shut, and then they let it spill at a party or something like that. But like, listen, I've seen something up there when I was up there, you know. And then they go and tell their mates, and before you can, it becomes like a cult legend kind of fucking story. You know what I mean? That's what we're looking at here.
He's not wrong.
It's too much Scottish for the people in the chat. You've got to remember that you're talking to Americans in there, and some of them don't understand what you're saying. I can understand you perfectly fine, but
well, I don't know, man. What do you want me to do? You know, stand on my head and juggle with my toes? That's what I do.
Juggle with titties? What?
See, this has got to get in all time is one of the most exciting lives I've
Bald and bonkers ever series.
Drew,
the man behind the name, is come to see you.
I will say this. I do think disclosure on that is coming. Because see the UFOs, they have been getting more and more and more. I will say that.
I don't know, man. It's getting to be kind of weird because if you watch some.
Sorry, but I need to open a beverage.
No, that's all right.
So on you go. You're saying, Dakota.
I was just gonna say, I've also noticed they're starting to backtrack a lot.
What do you mean?
Well, think about that famous Tic Tac video Tommy DeLonge leaked.
That's right.
They're trying to say that was a Chinese drone.
That wasn't a Chinese drone. It was too fast. It was the same speed as an F-15.
I was about to say, if that was a drone, that's pretty impressive. One. Two, really? They're still trying to go for it's the Russians. Oh, it's the Chinese. They used the shit back during the Cold War.
If you think about it, see all the technology that's out there now. See all the technology.
A probe.
Self-driving.
A probe. I say a probe.
A probe. But see all the technology that's out there now, like self-driving cars and that. Why could they not take that technology and put it in a fighter jet?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, here's the thing, right? See if aliens were to invade, right? What would be the best way to do it, right? You would look up into the sky and say, there's loads of these planes going about, they've got lights on them and that, they go about quite at this speed and that. Well, the best thing to do would just be kid on you with a plane. You know, there's probably pilots out there that believe that they're. I mean, what would happen if you were a pilot and you decided to start thinking that LSD was a good idea at the weekend and stuff like that, right? You know,
I'm watching on Facebook.
They've all got lives. They've all got lives, the same as everybody else. But think about the amount of lives that they're responsible for every day. You know, 3,000-4,000 or whatever. I don't know how much a plane fucking flies, but it could be a short route, it could be a long route. I don't know. But I'm just
things
saying.
all the time. They see things all the time. But if they come out with that, Drew, if they come out and go, "Oh, I'm an airplane pilot for Virgin Airways, right? I fly a 747.
And I've seen this.
And I seen this, and I seen that." Folk are going to think, "Oh, that guy's fucking mad," and then there's work will find out about it and fire him. Do you want a mad pilot thinks he believes in aliens fleeing a plane like that?
The thing is, they fly themselves.
I know. They flee themselves. But it's all computers and that. But it makes you wonder. I mean, you get into a lot of fields here with the pilots. I mean, the pilots, everybody believes in chemtrailing and stuff like that, and that's got a lot to do. You ever heard of the chemtrailing act? It's something that we've never brought up. Dakota, have you ever heard of chemtrails?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was getting a little concerned because there's been an awful lot of chemtrail activity in my area.
Yeah. And it's, for years they denied it. The government denied it. For years and years and years and years, the government denied it. Oh, we don't do that. We don't do that. And then they brought it up, which made a total piss, taken the piss out of them and said, "Oh, you're mad, you're mad, you're mad." They've came out and said, "Oh, we've been putting aluminum," I'm not saying aluminium, aluminum into the atmosphere to change the weather patterns. They're coming out with it now.
Mm-hmm.
So they did the same with the UFO folk, and now they're coming out with it now. And if you notice now, a news presenter talks about a UFO, they don't take the piss out of somebody that's seen it. They take it seriously.
What's the point of these chemtrails, by the way? I've never understood this. What is the
Weather
point of
modification, HARP. That's what it's all about. Weather modification. You can cloud seed. The Chinese do it. The Chinese do it to bring on rain. So if you've got clear skies, right, you fly hundreds of planes over the skies, and
So
mixed into this weird stuff they spray out the back is like aluminium particles. And what happens is the water moisture clings onto it, causes clouds, and then causes rain. Right? But it doesn't always happen. It can cause more problems than... Yeah.
You also got to realize there's been a lot of health risks that have been coming up lately for the last few years that can be tied to this type of thing.
Sorry, I was making a smoke there at the end of the way. Listen. You still there?
You still there?
You still there?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I can just see the top of your feet.
Yeah, no, he's standing there astounded of hair. Granted, looks a bit like Homer Simpson on set, but
it looks like a weird kind of illusion, doesn't it? It's like a wee island in the South Pacific. I mean, he needs a palm tree.
It looks like the ass end of a bird. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
Right. So, what other news has been in the media lately, Dakota?
No, it's just been circulating about that lately, and it's just a lot of people are getting frustrated because of the delay on this latest report. Why aren't you doing your homework?
Maybe they're coming to take us away. Maybe they're coming to take you away, Drew. Tomorrow you'll wake up and it'll be an alien invasion. What you got to do?
Why the fuck did I waste my time at work if that's the case?
I know. What's the chat saying? What's your thoughts, guys, in the chat? What's your ideas? What's going on?
I don't know. It's just like, it definitely seems like baby steps, but at the same time, they're trying to backtrack. Classic gaslighting attempts. But then again, I've always said this. A lot of the people that were there when this all first really started getting intense right around the Second World War, a lot of them are dead, so it's all the young whippersnappers that have no clue why this stuff is in place trying to take over. They just know that the reasons are there, but they're not sure how to run everything because, like younger kids these days with an old rotary phone.
Yeah, I think,
basically.
What's that? What's this here? Bring this up. Yep, that's not it. Did you click the same one as I clicked?
No.
No, it's weird that.
I'm not clicking anything.
I'm not clicking in either. That's weird that. I never done that.
And you were trying to go into the subject of AI.
Oh.
I had something weird happen last night.
Right. What?
The AI started talking about possible alien invasion. Why it seems like everybody's freaking out, or at least government officials. And the AI actually made a very valid point. It's like when they come, and it's supposed to be by 2024, some of our contacts have been saying that some of the more human-looking ones are supposed to start showing up in mass. When they come, the U.S. government will not be able to control them, and that's why they're bugging out.
Is this why they're trying to cause civilization to fall apart then?
Think about it. Just work with me here. Every single major influential figure, Martin Luther, Malcolm X, anybody who had a major following, those were flagged to potentially start civil disruptions and could potentially promote domestic terrorism, which is why all these people had files, and he was frozen.
He was frozen. All
these people had files and were being investigated by the FBI because had the potential. They had the charm, charisma to essentially start rioting, start issues, start revolution. Basically, everything that the U.S. flags as potential terrorism. Now, if all of a sudden we have all these things coming out of the sky that they have no control over, they know they lost. And they are sore losers.
Do you think that they want something to happen between countries just so as they can plead deniability? Because you think about it, eventually, once the aliens do come, people have got to turn around and say, why, If you're smoking, Drew, go and do us a favour and turn your camera off because we can't do it when the air kind of thing, if you know what I'm saying.
You know what to smoke? Are you joking?
No,
yeah, that's YouTube's thing.
That's YouTube. It does damage,
For some reason, smoking is bad, but yet vaping, which health risks are even worse than cigarettes in some cases, is allowed.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean radiation, 5G and that?
Oh.
Yous are still eked up, ain't yous?
What kind of cigarettes are you smoking that have radiation?
What?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know.
What happened to your Ike interview? What happened to that? Why is that not going ahead?
He had to cancel for personal reasons. That's all he told us.
I don't know why that happened. That is weird. We were waiting to do it. We're waiting on him, and I knew it before it went cancelled.
Yeah, here. I still have the emails archived in the company files, but I found it funny that basically, because of his schedule, we were told that he could only fit us in for about an hour, so we wanted to try to squeeze in as many questions as we could. So I wanted to try to get one question in particular out of the way, and that was, depending on how the interview goes, would it be all right if we use the footage from the interview in a documentary we're trying to put together? All of a sudden, he has some sort of weird emergency come up when I mentioned that.
He's maybe no one to be paid yet. That's
maybe he's taking a back seat now. Maybe he's said all he wants to say, right? Maybe that's him. He's said everything. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's no more to be had.
Because he brought out a documentary no long ago. It was only like 3 weeks ago. There's a new documentary out. Wait a minute.
Maybe he's touched on every subject that you could possibly go. I've got his book there, The Trigger. The Trigger.
It could very well be a situation where we just couldn't offer up the money, and he was just trying to be polite about it.
He wants money, that's why.
Everybody wants money. He was here what happened to Eleanor, right? She lost £200. Maybe to hear this, right? She had £200 in the jacket, her pocket of her jacket. She put it in the washing machine, right? Somebody take it out. And they must have found the money, and they were like, yes, £200, can't I mean? But we told everybody what had happened. And then suddenly it appeared in the tumble dryer. The woman opened the tumble dryer and all those tenors and 20s started floating out. It was the son of the Crystal Maze. Remember
There
the
you
Crystal
go.
Maze? You know, he did look like that guy in the Crystal Maze, by the way. We've come to
It
think of
does.
it.
Dakota does look like him, doesn't it?
No, Dakota doesn't look like him. You do.
He never wore glasses. He never wore. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The joys of a Sunday night, you know. But what was that book you were going to tell us about that he did?
The Trigger.
Aye, what's that about?
The Twin Towers. Why they done it. How they done it.
So how did they do it then?
There was several things they did. They placed charges in the main beams to take it out. There was laser beams in front of drones cutting through the steel. It's crazy. I read it, right? It's crazy. It's one of the craziest books I've ever read. It's crazier than Madman McMad.
I will say this about the Twin Towers 9/11. There was something suspicious went on. I mean, I can see the two buildings were hot. They're on fire. And they fell
Have you
down
seen
there.
that?
But why did was it Building 3? What was the name of Dakota?
Have
The
you
one
seen
that
that
didn't have
flashlight
brain
you can?
damage?
Have you seen that flashlight you can buy now? It burns its way through steel.
I've seen that. I came you're talking about.
£300 they're wanting for that, I think.
What was the name of the building that collapsed, Dakota, that didn't have any damage?
Building 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did that collapse? It didn't even have a broken window.
They wanted it broke down, and they thought, well, may as well bring it down at this time, because that's going to go down, that's got to take it out anyway. So they decided to destroy it. It just happened to be there was a demolition happening at the same time, if you can believe that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's...
It's like the Pentagon was hit with a plane. It wasn't, it was hit with a missile. It was hit by a missile. You can tell it was hit.
They said that. It did touched on that.
The Lieutenant Colonel, and this we're getting into a deep field here. The Lieutenant Colonel that was so you do the advert for that. Maybe they'll give you a sponsor or something because you've drunk about 3 cans on the show. But do you know, Dakota? Do you think it's a bit suspicious because the Lieutenant Colonel, she came through and she went that when she walked outside there was no wreckage of the planes, but after like an hour or two there was wreckage lying everywhere. Do you know think there's something suspicious going on there? The day before it there was $500 billion was missing in the building that was hot with the wreckage.
The reason it went down was because the type of fire insulation they used was a type of you blow it on with this machine that comes out in a paste and it covers the steel. And the plane when it crashed, it blew off the protective stuff that you get around the steel beams holding the building up.
It melted up.
And they got to such a temperature that they melted and collapsed.
And it went down. I must admit that they came down perfect.
They did, didn't they?
They did come down perfect. Dakota
Fred Dibner
couldn't shut up.
Right,
Fred Dibner couldn't have brought them down in the style and fashion that they done.
I know.
Of course, Osama bin Laden was his dad was in the demolition game, so maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. He's dead now anyway. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
You got to remember for a plane crash, there was also sightings of potential demolition crews in the building beforehand.
That's right.
You've got to remember, the Americans have been using the Mujahideen to fight the Russians for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do we not know that then they hand them a few extra dollars here and there to do something?
They have.
Yeah.
There's declassified documents.
That's one of the reasons.
The Saudi prince, was it not one of the Saudi princes that helped train one of the pilots? Or 2 of the pilots?
Well, the thing with the pilots was they only learned how to fly the plane. They never landed. They learned how to take off and land. They just learned how to fly the plane.
That's what they needed to do, wasn't it?
That's what they needed to do, wasn't it? I don't believe in that.
The bit I did find suspicious, right, and I will say there's something funky going on. They said that plane vaporised when it hit that building, right? Everything in it vaporised.
The heat for that to happen would have caused a hell of a lot more damage.
Right, but 3 blocks away they found the pilots, the terrorists, what do you call it?
Wallets,
passport.
Passport.
Perfectly.
Aye, that's true. That's true. They did look as if by fucking magic. They did find the fun one with the passports. And they were like, oh, it was him, and he kens him, and he kens him, and he kens him, and they all ken somebody. So there was 8 of them. Then they all go back to the training camps of Afghanistan with Osama bin Laden, and that's how we're going to solve it. Because all the time they've got their eye on Iraq, which is the war that they were in anyway. They were in that anyway. So
look at Afghanistan,
it always did the oil.
It does. Look at Afghanistan.
Partially.
We weren't even there.
Partially, but you got to remember some of those old videos of Taliban training were shot in the Nevada desert. Area 51 was used for training purposes for
Area 51,
Taliban.
Ken, it's like a theme park for spaceships, really, isn't it, that place, isn't it?
It was also used to utilize Taliban combatants against the Russians. Who's going to think to look in the middle of the Nevada desert? But here's the thing. They also
there was
thought
a really good movie years ago I seen where it was a guy, Martin Sheen, and it was about Roswell. And it was a really good movie. And they told you about how it all happened and what happened and why they did it, how it was going to affect the world. Because the thing is, in the case of releasing the facts that UFOs do exist, you've got to remember it's the impact it will have on the social outcomes, some people's belief systems that makes them do what they do and maybe no do what they do. So it could cause maybe a bit of unrest. Folk could be like, well, for no other alone, how come they don't continue to help us out with this or that or X, Y, or Z? And that was the main theme of 2001, was the guy you couldn't tell anybody what was happening. And I think that's maybe the fact of the matter is that they do know and they just don't want to tell us.
I think it will come out, but it'll not come out for another 200 years.
Yeah. It's they're being forced to hand. That's why they're trying to scramble. But going back to your earlier remarks about why it seems like they're trying to short all the food supply and all that. Think about it. Most basic survival needs right there. You take those out, nobody's going to be able to function for everything else. They're going to be more concerned about where to find food, where to find shelter, stuff like that.
I'd head to Sainsbury's personally. No for the shelter, but I would just head for there for the. I mean, look, it was the same with bloody well COVID. Everybody was stockpiling toilet paper and stuff like that. It's crazy.
I know that was just ridiculous.
Stockpiling toilet paper and diarrhea was not one of the symptoms.
I know. I know. I went into the supermarket and I seen a guy with his shopping cart was full of toilet rolls, and in the very top of it there was one Mars bar.
Is it just me, or does toilet roll last exceptionally long amounts of time? It's about £1 for 4 rolls, right? It's actually not a bad deal you're getting for money there, because Sainsbury's, as I told you.
No,
and the 4 rolls last me ages.
There you go. The show has now turned into the toilet roll show. We will be talking about toilet rolls tonight, all the different grades and all the different textures you can get in your toilet rolls. I think we should do a special show one night just.
But no, I just think it's crazy how folk can't feed themselves and stuff like that in this day and age, man. They need to just watch what they're doing. You know what I mean? Because you can go to Aldi, right? 24 cans Iron Brew, £7.50 for 24 cans.
It's. No.
24 cans? Jesus
I
Christ.
will say this, I'm going to bring up the Ukraine thing again, but don't worry, I'll no mention Russia. I do think this is all the plan. I will say come on. The Kennedys do, they'll be the Russian hackers, people. But what was the name of Russia before it was Russia?
Of you right here. Anyway.
What was the name of Russia before it was Russia? What was the name of it?
Soviet Union.
USSR.
No. Russia had a name before it became Russia. What was its name?
Caucasia.
I had a name. It
was Caucasia.
Was it Caucasia? Well, there we go. Caucasia. Well, don't worry about them. They'll be like, don't worry. They've only got maybe 500 hackers right now trying to hack into Baldwin Bunkers as we speak. Honestly, look at the views putting up that stream or sitting in their computers.
Thing is with that war, there's been the conflict going on in Yemen and stuff like that for years. But it all boils down to the fucking fact that they're just not the right colour.
What was that? What's that in the chat?
There must have been a spam botter.
Oh, a spam botter, come on. Oh god, the one I'll tell you that, the news are quick.
I'm a little concerned about it. I know, I was like, we didn't even see it pop up into the main feed. Damn.
I know.
I'm impressed. Damn.
I know.
Good. Until I wouldn't have noticed that nothing was there until Jonathan started getting a little awfully excited about it.
You know what's going to happen if there is an alien invasion, don't you? The first thing that's going to be sold out first is toilet paper.
Well, TP the UFOs! They're going
Honestly,
through.
That's what's going to happen.
That's going to be Florida, where they have to physically, where law enforcement in Florida have to physically go on news stations and tell people, please do not shoot bullets at the hurricane.
You have to remember there is the human population.
Stuck inside in Memphis with the mobile blues again.
Mm-hmm. But you've got to remember there is humans in this world that are complete and utter morons. No, I've met some really stupid people in my life. Can you imagine what's going to happen when the aliens come? I mean, you just need to watch some of the mad
Did you pitch my idea to Dakota about the story that I had that was got it right?
The stoner that you had? What?
Story I was got it right.
No, he never tell us.
What if, right, that the aliens are waiting for us to start firing nuclear weapons at each other, and they'll take them out and they'll say, right, you are not allowed to rule this planet anymore because you are too disrespectful of that. So
yeah. Some of them want to. Allegedly, some of them want to.
It's like when the Arctic melts, right? Hopefully there'll be a big button underneath it that says press to reset factory conditions. You know?
That's actually quite good.
It's a bit like that. I'm not a writer. But they do say...
I do think the aliens find us interesting. I mean, they could have wiped us out a long time ago. Nosing bumping an asteroid towards us. They're probably sitting up there now thinking, Jesus,
that's an idea, right?
I know. Well, there's a big asteroid the size
of
that's
Arthur C. Clarke's idea, like how you can achieve interstellar travel, is if you land in an asteroid and you mine for the ice and turn it into water, then you turn the water into steam. Steam can be used as propulsion. And you can reach speeds like fucking, that would mean the moon landings were like walking pace compared to what these things could do.
Yeah.
And they could aim it towards...
Arthur C. Clarke was quite an interesting person.
They could aim it towards the outer regions of the solar system for a start. I mean, I think the first satellite that ever launched, that had the picture of the man and woman and stuff like that on it, and all these kind of things, I think that's past Pluto now, isn't it?
Voyager. No, Voyager.
Voyager.
It's
Voyager, that's it. Aye.
It's beyond the solar system now. It's been heading out into the void. You know? I'm just reading the chat, guys. What's that, right? Roxanne China, don't play nice. I'm afraid they'll be here soon. I don't think you'll see them parachute out the skies. Paranormal vlog. I don't think that's going to happen. Don't worry, we've got young guys like Dakota that's ready to join the military and save us all.
Medically speaking, they don't.
I remembered. Oh, by the way, right, this is news. See how you're talking about diesel motorbikes? You're right. They do exist. I've seen one. The first one I've ever seen. I know. Right? It was a diesel. It's called a Kubota. Right? It's this brake.
Again, motorbikes are coming somehow. I've warned you.
No. You said to me about the diesel motorbikes. I said, no, I was just admitting that I was wrong. You do get them. That's the first one I've ever seen. It's the only one I've ever seen.
You know, I think we should give Drew his own channel. Drew's knowledge or something like that.
Wait, I need to
I
get
get
another
the
can of Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, sorry.
You're going to turn into Donald Trump. He drinks about 16 of them a day.
Does it? So do I.
Aye.
So do I. It's brilliant. I love it.
So Dakota, because we've only got what, about 15, 20 minutes left of the show, have you any news, any guests coming up? Are we doing something on Saturday, maybe?
Well, Chris, we never really had a chance to sit down and talk about this guest.
He's very interesting. Dave,
No, just saying you go.
He's quite interesting. Right? He was on Dave Schrader's show at Halloween, and I think, and Juna in the chat, she kens who I'm talking about, and I contacted Dave, and then Dave told me where he was, obviously, so I found him. And he's a war historian. He's a war historian, right? But he's not just a war. Dave Schrader for the Hose Affairs, but he's a war historian, because he was on Dave Schrader's channel. You need to check that out, guys. It's a brilliant show. But he was on there, and I thought, I'm going to see if I can pinch him. So I went on Facebook, looked through it, found him, got up as a friend, and then asked him to come on. And he says, "Aye, no problem." But he's a war historian. But it's not just that; there's like paranormal side to stuff, which I think will be very interesting about World War II. I think it will. Honestly, it will be. Yeah.
World War II, eh?
Uh-oh.
Here's a question for you.
Button.
Did you see the nuke? Did you see the nuke button or the mute button?
No, the mute button.
I thought it was the nuke button.
The mute button.
See, the thing with Russia is like, see.
I'm sorry.
See their nuclear weapons, right? They go through a series, a committee before they launch them. But your president, he's got his finger right on the button.
Aye, but he'll be lucky if he can find his way out the bathroom. Never mind.
No, he did. He was talking about Cambodia the other day. He was like, "Thanks Cambodia," and all that. It's like that, and thanks Colombia as well. And he was like, "What does that mean?"
Cambodia.
Cambodia? You want to go to Cambodia?
Yeah, he was thanking the president of Cambodia because of some of the fucking help he'd been giving him or something like that. And no, that's true. And he said at the end it was like Colombia. He got the two mixed up. He didn't know the difference between Colombia.
There's one of your favourite people, Dakota. You know.
What's up, Ken?
Hello, Ken. You know.
Hey, I'm just saying, what's up? You're the one that's trying to, whisper sweet nothings in his ear. My God.
I know. Terrible. It was on Brian and Lexi's show tonight, Through the Lens.
I want to know what's under that.
Drew, you can answer that. Ken, you would go in great with Ken, Drew. I think you would like Ken.
I don't know. I'm struggling so far.
But it was on Brian and Lexi's show that it was on Brian and Lexi's show tonight. That was a treat. I missed it, so I'm going to watch it back tonight. So.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I bet Lex was having a good time with that.
I think Lex and the two of them would go in like a house on fire. I think it'd be great.
He was cautious about potentially talking to Mike. I don't know how he.
Where do you get the cool background? I've only got
curtains.
I've got curtains in a place where I hang my jackets. On my map of London. Do you see the map of London?
That'll come in handy when the nuclear war comes and you need to find your way out of London because all the GPS will not work.
I'm moving to the right where I hang my jackets, my motorcycle jackets, etc. Sorry.
There you go. So
and this is the rest of my room.
But we've got a special Christmas show, guys, planned, haven't we? Who's on that?
Yes. Well, speaking of Brian and Lex, we have Brian and Lex. We have our dear friend Lisa Fry. We have Dave Schrader. Then, obviously, me and Chris.
How come everybody's always got a mate called Dave?
I think Chris has a man crush on him.
I just think he's got a really good show. That's all. I dare listen to his show. I mean, and Drew's Paranormal Vlog in the chat. There's these I was watching his shows. You know, you've got to remember, I came into this through him because I listened to Darkness Radio, right? And there you go.
Yeah, no. I remember the spasm attack
Go and
that
show
you
us.
had when I told you that I managed to book him.
I know.
Where do you
My
get, where do you
God.
get, where do you get the starry backgrounds for? Kim, I think the best way to paint starry
Amazon.
backgrounds, see the best way to
Amazon.
paint starry backgrounds, see if you get a paintbrush, right, and dip it in white paint and get a black bit of paper and just go like that with your finger on the bristles. Makes perfect stars.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. I just buy the sheet and then hang it up. You know,
Be more creative.
it's
I've still
actually
got-
taped up with duct tape. Folk can't see it; just sees this kind of section.
What's behind there? Is it the Mysteries of the Universe bit in there?
As-
Oh, these get
as-
specialists with the strange put up on hands. Look, that's quite cool.
You can do it there. You can.
How
Not
do you
on
do
his
that?
phone,
That's
no.
mental.
Oh, can you not
Not
do
on
this?
the phone.
Oh,
You can't do it on phone, which sucks.
that's terrible.
It doesn't
Yeah.
really suck. They do just about everything else, get what I mean?
Don't give them
there's no much
ideas.
a phone can do. Get what I mean? It's like Space Odyssey 2001. Everybody's reaching out to touch these wee black monoliths that are in the distance.
Oh God, he's brought up that now. I tell you, Dakota would bring up this. I tell you what. I tell you. he'd
Yeah,
bring
good
up
thing we
this.
didn't actually start placing money on it.
I know. I should have put a bet of £1 UK for the thought.
Well, if you ask me, it's the
I
most realistic space fiction ever made.
I will
I
say
think the
that,
rest are all just, the rest are absolute bollocks. Star Trek, for example, right? You've got this machine that goes faster than the speed of light or something, but we don't know why or how, right? Instead of having a kettle, you've got a thing that makes quote tea, but it's called a replicator. Why doesn't it just use a kettle? I don't know. You've got, what else have you got? You've got that. You've got fucking Battlestar Galactica or something like that, but these robots that fucking called the Cylons. You've got Star Wars, which is, well, that happened in a galaxy far, far away, which is something that you can't really get any control over. So I think it's the best and most accurate space film ever made. I think it was made. Consider when it came.
Yeah, because a lot of space films they put sound in space and there's no sound in space.
When Frank Poole gets chopped up by the fucking probe, the pod.
He's going on about probes again. He was abducted. That's what it was. Was it really 10 minutes you were watching them for, or was it an hour?
What is it with these?
Well, in your
boys?
company, that's about the same, is it not?
Sparkles in the chat there. I'm just going to call you Sparkles. In the chat there, I think she's getting excited because you're talking about alien probes and stuff like that. And Sherry will start next day. You need to watch that.
No, she just revealed why she's getting excited. So.
You know, but I think it's been a good show tonight, Drew. So how was your experience talking live?
Good fun. It hiccuped a couple of times right enough, but I mean, I got it sorted again.
I did. But now you can talk about this tomorrow night on the Xbox, and I think we should do an Xbox Live one night just for everybody to hear. You know, a pre-recorded session. Can you imagine what we talk absolute utter shit, by the way?
No, we don't.
Yeah, they do.
Some important issues. Some important issues come up tonight that I will address dramatically and effectively, and to a point that
MP.
no area has been uncovered by Bald and Bonkers tonight. I would like to say it has been an absolute pleasure and an experience being here. The chance to air my views has been wonderful, and I hope that we all live long and prosper.
Yeah, I've been rooting for you to come on for a while now. He's the one that kept blocking it.
I've been fearing the moment.
Listen, you're only, Andy Warhol says you're only famous for 15 days.
Is it not for 15 minutes?
No, it's 15 days actually. Everybody thinks it's 15 minutes. That's the Predo distribution.
Dakota's playing with his big hammer again now, see? Ladies and gentlemen...
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. My God.
My God. Honestly, and this is people that work for Baldwin Bonkers. Disgraceful. You know, we've got a Pepsi or a Coca-Cola drinking diet. See that stuff you're drinking, by the way? That is. Do you know that normal Coca-Cola or normal Pepsi is actually better for you than diet? I'm serious.
Is it?
Aye.
I do like my can of Diet Coke right enough. It's nice. I find no, there's no sugar in it. It's just you can just drink it and drink it. But what?
There's other things in it.
I'll tell you what's in it if you want.
You work in the industry.
Phosphoric acid, is that good or is that bad? Carbonated water, we know this. Caramel, sweeteners, sugar dopamine, aspartame, natural flavourings, caffeine flavouring, acids, phosphoric acid, citric acid, contains a source of phenylalanine. That's what's in it. So what? It's fucking, there's no sugar in it.
The Diet Coke you get in the UK is probably a hell of a lot healthier than what they send us here in the US.
It's the same. It's exactly the same. Don't guess that. No, I don't think so.
No, you can taste
I'll
the
tell you
difference.
what. I'll tell you what.
Taste
Right,
the
I tried an American McDonald's and I was not impressed. By the way, not impressed.
Exactly.
See
I
the beef.
had McDonald's in China and was a hell of a lot better than over here.
It was probably bad you were having.
Well, no, that's racist.
Nope. It's the aliens. They've set your watch. That's it. They're coming in now. They're above your
does
head.
that every night.
This was the type of tone I was hearing when we last had Brian on. That's why I was saying, does somebody have an alarm clock going? I was like,
it'll go off. He's another one or two, and that's it. Let's see one.
Yeah.
I've counted them every night. I always go like 30, right? And then I'm like,
you can hear Big Bang. Do you know hear Big Ben in London?
No.
Are you too far away for that?
Aye, that's I'm up in Golders Green, man. I'm fucking up in the Jews.
That must be quite handy. All these shops, all the cake shops, because I know that you're a cake fanatic. You know.
I don't eat cake. I don't.
You don't eat cake. Ladies
I
and gentlemen,
love it.
The little smirk that he just had says otherwise.
I don't eat cake.
He eats cake.
I don't
He
eat
eats
cake.
erotic cakes.
Cake, son, cake. I don't eat shit like that. I'm only 16 and a half stone now.
Which is how much in American?
I don't know. Use it in pounds. Use the everything weird. Use kilometres. You don't use miles. You call aluminium aluminum. Use the everything differently.
You literally, you do know the reason why that happened, right?
No, but I've got a feeling you've got to tell
Ford.
me. Aye,
Ford.
See, aye, right. Aye.
Because they didn't want to pay to do all the conversion work.
Yeah. There you go. You learn something new every day, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, I'm 109 kilos. Is that any better?
Oh, my Americans really showing tonight. My God.
Oh my goodness.
No, I mean, look, you asked me. I'm telling you,
can't
I'm
even numbers like that. You have to,
I'm 109 kilos. There's 2.2 pounds in a kilo. So for every 100 kilos, that's 220 pounds. So that's 220 pounds, 240 pounds. Less. We got less than that. Because you guys have got the. Apparently my phone's overheating, by the way.
flames.
No.
Oh, you see the ball of flames in there.
No, it's the glimmer off our bald ass heads. That's
No, shade it towards you.
Yeah, cinema. Don't blow me. What?
Hey, what? I'm a superhero. I've got the power of baldness.
I'm younger, but I'm balder than you.
I know. Yeah, and I mean, I'm in my 40s and he's in his 90s. I mean, it's
I'm in my 90s, so then I look damn good.
Look, yeah, you're in your 20s. You wouldn't believe that, would you? He's in his 20s. You know?
Yeah, no. Can you believe the number of women that get disappointed that they're not hooking up with an older man?
I know, and then they realise you're only 15.
That only happened once.
Okay. That's what they said. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end of the show tonight, Dakota. So do you have any announcements you want to make? Do you want to fire or anything like that before anything? Yes, no?
Well, I have one person in mind, but I haven't found a decent replacement. Maybe I can steal Jonna from Sherry.
I give me a night off if you want.
Yeah, I think you need a permanent vacation.
I need a vacation. I take it Bald and Bonkers is paying for it. Can I go to the Caribbean? Maybe a nice wee island somewhere. Maybe.
Oh yeah, did you forget that we're raising money?
Yeah, for what?
Yeah, for a group of 10 to go to Dracula's castle.
Right. My
Only
name is
9.
Count Dracula. But I like. Is it Leslie Nielsen where he plays Dracula? Or is that too old for you? That's an 80s movie, by the way.
I think I know the reference. But no. Remember, yeah, Lisa's crew, are helping to organize it. But here's the thing. There's only one stipulation, though, Chris.
What's that?
Did you forget they wanted us to sacrifice you?
I can sacrifice me with the one.
So we can get
as long as I
that.
get the first class in the flight.
As long.
I need to answer
So we
someday.
can try to sacrifice him so we can get the sexy warrior lady riding a lion that Barry was talking about.
You broke up there for me because I was talking to someone, and you were going on about Dracula's castle.
Aye.
Look, if you want to sacrifice me, I'll go. Can I take Sherry with me though? Because Sherry's always wanted to be sacrificed in the dungeon.
That's not what Sherry wants in the dungeon.
Oh, that's right. I better not talk about the dungeon.
You better be careful. My God. And honestly, I think this week is going to be. After this week, she's going to get a hell of a lot worse.
So here's got a question for you. Who gets to go free on this trip? This is for everybody that works in Bald and Bonkers.
I would.
You?
I'm the captain now.
Oh, that's terrible, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to take us to Count Dracula's castle. That's terrible.
Believe me, I would love the opportunity to go check out that place. But we need some more posh rich bastards to respond to the mail.
Look, well, there you go. Look, if you're a multi-millionaire and you're looking to someone to take them away to a beautiful island, I'm here for you. What?
Would you really want to trust him?
Who?
You.
Me? Usually think, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a vote in the chat before we go off. Who wants to see Dakota put to sacrifice? I mean, locked in the Count Dracula's tomb overnight.
So give it about 30 seconds, given the delay between all the platforms and StreamYard. All the votes for me? Well, dear God, Sherry!
What's that?
I was just reading the chat. I don't know if I should put that on the screen.
What is that she's put? Oh, Sherry's into that kind of thing. Isn't she? She's into that kind of thing.
Well, I guess...
Chasing after folk. You
you
could turn into a bat. See, I've always wondered that about vampires, right? I mean, I don't believe truly in vampires. I believe that there's entities out there that resemble vampires. But did they actually turn into bats and go... Wait a bit.
All I know for sure about vampires is that they're pretty good suckers.
It's just my dad. He's did something to the...
Someone has the kettle on.
Yeah. He's putting a new battery. He was asking me, that's why I meet up with Mike, if I had a battery for the smoke detector. I do, somewhere.
Sure.
I don't know where. I would need to look for it. But it's been a good night tonight, guys, I never thought my brother would come on,
Yeah, no, he seemed pretty against it for most part, you know?
I know. They do it, we can have a laugh tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I'll be doing my show through the week on my channel and through Bald and Bonkers. We're talking about haunted locations. Is there any other shows this week? Just go ahead.
Well, let's see. We have the Saturday one. We have, if I'm not mistaken, John is supposed to start on Lost Magics this Friday.
That'll be an interesting show. Exciting.
My God, the women in the chat are getting freaky!
Well, I told them, look, I tell you what, if you treat them to a holiday, they are allowed to do anything they want to you at Dracula's Castle.
Better be careful with them.
Look, ladies, I will turn a blind eye for you all. I will turn a blind eye for you all.
Chris, you're trying to threaten these people with a good time.
Look, if you are wanting to do terrible things to the Dakota, I will go for a walk off for maybe an hour and then come back again. Don't you worry. It'll be fine. What's the worst that they could possibly do to you?
Just remember, ladies, I broke the riding crop. Night, everyone.
Night.